Good afternoon all. I would like to thank to Limasol Kooperatif Bankası Corporate Communication Department. They are going to be with us today, and they're going to explain us the process of creation of iconic brands. And they have created the iconic brands for their own company, which their names are LİMA and LİMA. And I don't want to talk too much about this subject. They are going to explain everything to you. Today, İpek Halim,
Me.
Mr. Adem, and Miss Ceylan is here.
And also we have Hüseyin.
And
Yeah.
Hüseyin is here to have a nice session with us. So thank you that you are here. We are appreciate to host you in our university.
And we are very happy to be here in Arukat and with the Arukat students. Thank you, Hocam. The stage is mine, huh?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. This has been the third time that I am in Arukat, and I think this is an extraordinary university. We come from Lefkoşa today for you to present LİMA and LİMA. We are going to talk about personality symbols. We are going to talk about iconic brands and creation process of icons, which sometimes I call icons, personality symbols, is the two same thing. And especially going to talk about Limasol Bank's history and why we have created LİMA and LİMA, these personality symbols, and how we started to use them in our communication areas, especially in advertising. Let's go, Adem. Aha, this is the stuff. Come, guys. And by the way, I am the manager, huh? Okay? This is Adem, and this is Ceylan, and that is Hüseyin. Hi, Hüseyin. Okay. Adem studied, very interesting. When he went to university, he got nothing to do with communications. He studied computer and you know what? Maths. He's a wise guy. But then what happened, I don't know, in his life, he preferred to be in media. I don't know if you heard about it, Kanal T. It's a national TV channel in Northern Cyprus. You know what he became? He became there the anchor person. He was the guy at night who tells the news to the audiences. Then he said, okay, I am fed up with those newses. I want to jump to a different field. And he came and to join us in Limasol Bank. You want to say a few things, Adem?
I am happy to work with these two guys. I am so happy. And communication is my life, definitely. I'm sure about it. I like to communicate all the time with the people.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He is the person in our department, reads the news, writes the news, and he is the guy who manages the social media pages of the bank. And also he does the budgeting. And he comes from mathematics, right? He has to do the budgeting. Okay. Oops. This is yours. Okay. And Ceylan. It's been 10 years that Ceylan is working for the Limasol Bank, and she is a graphic designer. And she does all graphic designs for the bank, leaflets, billboards, social media, and especially she's the one who created first LİMA and LİMA. And I'm going to say this, she is single. Oh. She doesn't like to speak in English. She doesn't like to speak in English, but I am sure that she will say a few things. Like hello.
Hello.
Okay. And Hüseyin comes from London. You want to say a few things? You're happy. Okay. Okay. Let's start. Let's continue, Adem. Yes, we introduce ourselves, and a few things that go on, Adem, pass. A few things that I also like to talk about myself. Apart being a manager in the Limasol Bank Corporate Communication Department, I also have a TV show. which I produce, and I am the presenter of the TV show. It's live 45 minutes in BRT TV channel. It's called Binbir Konu Binbir Konuk. Who speaks in Turkish? Say brılıp. Say brılıp. You too, hocam? Brılıp. Okay. Me too. Brılıp. Binbir Konu Binbir Konuk. It's a fairy tale. Says that our story will never end. So I copy it from there and name it as my TV show name. Go on, Adem. Yes. Do you know this guy? You seen him around? Ismail Gökçe. He is an instructor in your university. He came this year, I suppose.
He was younger
Then he was younger. Now he is more handsome. Okay. He was one of our guests that he talked about photography history, and about his exhibitions. And you know, next week he's also come again. Let's see someone else. Maybe you recognize this person. Do you know this lady?
She's our student.
Yes, she's Hatice Tezcan. She's a student here. Actually, she's a professional actress. It's been more than 10 years that she's acting, and also she decided to be that she wants to be a designer, and she started this university. She was one of our guests in the TV program. You know, when she came to the show, she changed the decoration. You see what she's doing? She can do everything. Okay. Crazy and creative and very talented. Go on, Adem. Another thing that I like to talk about, apart from being in the Limasol Bank, the manager of the corporate communication department, I run one TV show in BRT and online that you can find. Maybe it can take your attention, but I'm sorry that it's in Turkish. There is on Facebook and Instagram a little text that I designed it and I present it again. It's about artists' lives. It's like 10 minutes each program. It's called Art Talks. There I was pregnant. Okay? And I talk about Salvador Dali, and then I talk about Renaissance. You can like it. You can follow this program too. Go on, Adem. Okay. We come from Lefkoşa. Have you been to Lefkoşa? The capital of it. Yes. Okay. You like it? Girne is better. You guys, strong. Which city is better? Nicosia. Yeah. Okay. This is the main building. This is the head building of Limasol Bank, and we are here. We three, our offices are here. In the morning, we studied this presentation there, then took a lift, came here, our cars was here, come to Girne, and now we are here. Go on, Adem. Okay. Now I need to share something that we do when we are depressed. It's been maybe a week that we are working on a special event for the bank. He does all the texts, he prepared all the texts, she does all the design, I does all the coordinations, we make some meetings, we finish the project. And earlier, we have more 2 days for the event. I go to my manager and I present our presentation of our project. Then she says, no, I didn't like it. And she doesn't say what she didn't like. She just said, I didn't like it. So I come back, I go to my office and I say, we need to change it, but we don't know what we will change it. Before we focus on the work and try to understand what we need to change because we are very depressed, there is something we do which I recommend you to do it. Let's show Adel what we do. Aç çok sesini. Aç çok, aç. Otağıma, pencereden içeri, al beni otağına. Ceylan gel. You guys, come on. Come on, guys. Woo! Michelle, I want you and you.
No, please.
Yes, yes,
please,
yes, yes,
please, no.
yes, yes, yes, yes, yes, yes, yes, yes, yes, yes. Ispaladım nargele, nargele. Bana ısmarladım nargele, nargele. Nargele, nargele, nargele. Gele, nargele. Nargele, nargele. Jump! Rise! Rise! Rise up! Rise! Jump! Jump! Jump! Jump! Jump! Jump! You guys! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! No, let's start it. La, la, la, la, la. Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! Hey! Okay, this is the time. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. We dance like a crazy, then breathe in, breathe out, and we restart the project. That's the way how we can be successful in our department. Go on, Adam. Yes, but you have to say bloop. Yes.
You say they don't like your first project. What you didn't make before, like some concept sketch or main sketch.
You usually have the main idea, but no sketches. Good question. Let's go on what advertising is and what is personality symbol. What are the icons? Any definition for advertising? You like to bloop? Yes? Somebody said yes? Yes, what is it? And bloop, you have an answer? You have any definition, anything you like to add? Okay. Go on, Ada. Go on. Advertising and also running a brand image. It's a very greedy thing. You need to know the music. You need to know the fashion. You need to know the researching. You need to know the communication processes. You need to know a little bit arts and entertainment. Because while designing a communication project or an advertising project, these are the different dynamics that you like to take the part which is popular, which is attention-taking, and put it into your own text. Actually, that's why, and the people who work in the advertising department sometimes do not come from communication faculties. They come from philosophy, or they come from art departments, and they do very nice job. Go on, Adem. And one thing that we need to keep in our mind is that advertising is an unwanted text. What that means? Nobody as an audience is willing to read, follow, watch, see the commercials. Have you seen anyone turning on TV or go into a web page or go onto YouTube because you're teaching, Hocam?
No, but when I was actually a kid, I used to watch just actually the ads.
Yes.
Parents, they used to watch the programs. I used to just watch,
I will tell the reason why so. But adults actually, no one is willing. Let's say if it is your profession area, of course you watch the commercials. But nobody goes out for walking to see the billboards. They changed the billboard in our area. Let me see what they have now. And it stands in front of the billboard and, this is nice, this is not. There isn't such a case. The ordinary, normal people, the audiences, if you like to say, they are not willing to read, follow, watch those commercial texts. Nobody, that's why we have Netflix, because people do not like to watch commercials. They don't enjoy the commercial break. They turn to a different TV channel in order to escape from the commercials. So what you're doing is then, if you're working in a commercial department, is something, an unwanted text. That's why we need to be very creative. That's why we introduce some other methods like product placement, blah, blah, blah. That's why we have to be very, very creative, because it's an unwanted text. If you do not take the attention, if you do not make people surprise, enjoy, like it, it's very easy to turn their face and skip all of your stuff, all of your efforts there. It's just one action. Press the button, and they are in a different text. Go on, Adam. Why we need to be creative? Because by being creative, it becomes easy to remember. This is not me saying, according to the researchers. If something is creative, it is easier to learn it and memorize it. That's why sometimes we say that my very educated mother just serves us 9 pizzas. Do you know what this refers to? My very educated mother. It's the planets, my, Mars, very, Venus. Right? We build up some methods. We play with the text to make it attention-taking so that we can easily memorize it. And it takes attention, it becomes easier to learn. So if you're creative, it's the first thing you started successfully, because they will not turn their face against your text message. They will look at it, and it is enough interesting, then they will learn it and they will memorize it. You make their job easier. Don't make your designs very complicated if you're working in an advertising department or a communication department for a company. Don't make it so, don't put every information in it. Be clear and be creative. The first thing is to take their attention, to take the audience attention, and that starts with creativity. How we can be creative? Any suggestions? Bloops? Any bloops? The newcomers? How we can be creative?
He's an advertising expert. He can say something like this.
Nuran Hocam thinks you can say something, Hocam.
I'm sure. He can say something.
Depend on so many cases, actually. To be creative, you need to, first of all, about the subject, you know about the subject, research, study, see the case study, watch what the others did, and you come up with the new things which is going direct to your client mind.
Yeah, it's
Memorable.
memorable. When you're creative, actually, you're memorable. That's what I just mentioned, actually. So we are going parallel in that sense. Surprising or shocking, very simply that we can say that is one way to be creative. There are actually methods how you can be creative. Of course, if it is an advertising, it is a business. Do not forget that. So it's good points that talk about researching and knowing about your clients, target markets, potential target markets. You have to design all of your message according to them in such a way that it will be understood easily by them and it will take their own attention particularly. Hello. So one way is shocking, surprising, and one other way as a strategy that we can talk about, go on Adem, it's creating symbols. So in some cases, they say it is personality symbol. In some cases, you can also find in different articles, it is icons. They are both the same thing. One way to be creative is to create a valid personality symbol. And these are some examples for the personality symbols. Do you recognize them? Do you know them? Any of them? This is the Milka's. This is Dalin, the baby's shampoo, baby products. This is Yumosh, the softener, cloth softener. They use it in your country too? Yes. A snuggle. This is a snuggle in England. Here it is Yumosh, it is snuggle in England. Go on, Adam. Okay, what is this personality symbol that through which we can capture to be creative, to create a creative messages? Personality symbol actually is creating here a value, a symbol, a thing. And the thing that you created here, and here is your brand, takes the most important characteristics or the values or the feelings which you like to say through your brand and attach it to your symbol, the symbol that you created. This is called the personality symbol. It is being more active and you can use it in many different areas, fields, than a logo. It's using a logo in a way, more creative way, more active way. Let's say what we said, involve the use of a central character or personality to deliver the advertising message and with which the product or service can be identified with. And here is the Pringles, the Cheetos, Dalin again, and these are our Lim and Lima, which we will later explain it to you. Go on, Adam. Okay, some examples. Do we know Michelin Man? Yep. Yes. This is Tony the Tiger from Kellogg's, the cereals. This is Dalin's, again, the chicks. This is Marlboro Man. Do not smoke. Smoking kills. Bad habit. I don't smoke. Do you smoke? No, Hocam. Do you? No. Do you? No, okay. We are nice. These are Turkcell, the Cellogens. These are the some personality symbols.
They have changed their personality.
Yes, of course.
To
yes. Go on, Adem. Hazır kart, for a short time, use their personality symbol. Turkcell also, for a prepaid phone card, use hazır kart and then Özgür Kız. Algida still uses Max, the lion. McDonald's. Do you know these personality symbols? Yes. Go on, Adem. And now we will look at in time how they change. So here what we have seen, many different brands, maybe a technology, maybe from a food industry, maybe from a personal products. It can be many different, you can have a personality symbol for different brands and for different target markets. Many companies prefer to use personality symbols. And let's see in time, do you remember that I mentioned that personality symbol actually is like creating a logo, and logo is something that you identify with and something that not easy to change it. Either you introduce it to your target market, and personality symbol is in a way like that. Once you introduce it, completely big changes, very difficult to do so. But in time, of course, you need to revise it. And let's see some brands, how they revise the personality symbols. This is the Ochre Man. Do we know it? It's very popular in US, actually. It appeared in first 1877 and still it is in use. Very successful one. Go on, Adem. This is Michelin Man. It started in 1898 and is still in use. Go on, Adem. And this is Marlboro Man. It started in 1955 and still it is used. Do we know the story of the Marlboro Man? Yes, what is it, Hoca?
Because of cancer.
Yes, yes. Marlboro company said that I want to create a personality symbol and I will use a real existing person. What's the image they attach to the Marlboro as a brand? They want to say that if you smoke this cigarette, you feel strong, you feel very masculine. And what's the commercials that we see? We see a cowboy who's stronger than the nature. At night, with his horse, he's alone. He passed the forest. He's alone, but he's able to cook by himself, eats. There are many different animals passing by him, but he doesn't get afraid. So he's strong. He's alone. He can succeed. He's very masculine. But all of these values actually attached to Marlboro Man. It was a very, very successful personality symbol. But after many years, then this guy became cancer. And he went to court against Marlboro Company. And he said that what I have, you told me, I believed in, and I tell to other people, but it was a lie. I became cancer because of smoking. And what we have told to people that they can be strong and they can be free was a big lie. And you know what happened at the end of the court? Who won? No, the guy won. The guy won. He died. He got a lot of money. He gave to his family. And what did the Marlboro Company did? Do they use cowboy image still? Yes, they use still, but they don't use just one man. They use, the cowboy head. They use that head big, and you just see the nose and the mouth. You don't recognize the face very much, but you know that it's a healthy, strong man. You see that, and the silhouette they use more or less of the cowboy, and still it's their personality symbol, cowboy. But it's not this particular guy, which we have seen him in 80s and 90s. Go on, Adam. This is Tony the Tiger. It's a cereal. Do you like it? The Kellogg's brand's one of the products. Yes, first is, it has sugar also in it.
Yes.
Okay. Go on, Adam. Let's have a look at the changes about Tony the Tiger. This is first time when he introduced. He's more like a tiger. The way he walks, it's an animal, tiger walk, right? But he's happy and they use orange color. Why they use orange color for the tiger? It's more like a brown, but they make this, when they turn it into a personality symbol, vivid orange color. Sorry? Yes, it catch the eye, yes. Delicious, yes, yes. We forget burlaps. Yes, go on. Yeah. Yes, it's orange, that color.
I don't really know, but I know about the psychology of it.
Yeah, there is a psychology. There is a language of the colors. Yes? You like the color? It's relaxed?
The orange color usually makes you feel hungry.
Okay, very nice answers. Yes, it's not this orange. It's like brownish tiger. Huh? The little changes of the color, it does matter actually. Yeah, there are many tones of the gray, many tones of the green, and you put little white in it, completely the effect change of the blue color, and the feeling that gives you also can change it. Very nice answers. Yes, the colors, like the shapes, directly affects our psychology. That's fact. And red takes attention actually, and red is like danger, and red is love, right? Red is a very difficult color to use, and our brand use red. Limasol Bank is red. Which brand also is red? Coca-Cola is red. Ferrari is red. Yes, you. Well, for our company, because we like to take it. It's love, attention taking, and danger. Because we come from a financial business, it's danger. No, I am just joking. To take attention. Hello, welcome. Nice to see you. I was expecting you. Sorry, we started early. Yes?
Red in brand industry is meaning of color.
Red? Yes, red is a very strong color actually. Love is very strong. Hate is very strong. Right. Yes. And blue. What do you feel when you look at blue? One kind of dark blue is technology. Yes, dark blue is technology because it has no huh? No, it's like metal, right? It's machines. And this blue actually it's kind of trust and relax. Also good with the camera. I will look pretty. You don't shoot me, but anyway. That's why I wear today blue color. I want to be pretty. Thank you, Jam. You too. You all. And orange color is appetizer. That's why a lot of the fast food restaurants, cafes, in their decoration, they use orange color. Purple color, sorry? Yes, attention taking. Burger King wants to be different always. Yeah. Does not mean that you always need to use orange color. Of course, you can have a different communication strategy, but according to the researchers, how colors affect people, orange is an appetizer. White is purity, safety, cleanness. That's why most of the healthcare personnel wear white color to show that they are clean, they're like angels. There is always reason, but you can have another reason. And do not forget that colors also might have cultural meanings. When I went to London in 2009, I was shocked. I said, what is this? Everywhere it became Turkish flag. It was red and white. For me, it's a Turkish flag. But you know what it was for them? Arsenal. It's their team's color, red and white.
It's my team.
It's your team, right? For them, red and white means completely different. For me, it's the Turkish flag. So also the color meanings can change from culture to culture, but they can have one general meaning and effect, universal meaning, let's say. And orange color is particularly this orange, which is, I don't know how you see the orange color here. It's a vivid one. It's not very dark one. It's a bright one. Real orange one. First, always he's happy. This tiger is happy. Because when you eat this cereal, you will feel happy. It's tiger. Tiger is a kind of a strong animal that you will be strong, friendly and strong together. And later in time, they in a way make him look like a human person. 2 feet, and the other are like hands. He's standing now, and he speaks. And also have a look at that. What is this here? He goes to gym. He has the body, the muscles. So the culture change according to this target market. They started, these teenagers and kids started to go to gyms in US, and they say that this is our target market. We like to use the tiger as our personality symbol. We like to use the orange, but let's adapt it to the changing culture and make it more masculine. Go on, Adem. Hello, I just noticed you there. This is Jolly the Green Giant. Do you know this brand? We don't have it in Cyprus here, but in London we have, there is, in America there is. It's a frozen green vegetable, frozen, and they have a story for their personality symbol. This is the first one they created in 1926, and now still they're using this guy. This is a, bless you, this is a çok yaşa. This is a giant, and they say that this giant belongs to us. It's not a foreigner, different giant. And this giant protects our farm, protects the green vegetables from harmful animals or the weather effects. And we have this green giant. But the first green giant they produced is not very friendly. In time, they change it, and it looks like what here, especially particularly the shoes. Huh? Tarzan, Robin Hood. Yes, Peter Pan. So it's a fictional character which we like also. It's a giant, but the shoes they added here, the hairstyle, it's like Tarzan. The dressing is like Tarzan. The shoes is like Peter Pan. So they are catching different elements from the other characters and attaching to their personality symbol to make it look like friendly. It's a giant, but it's a good giant. It protects the green vegetables. Go on, Adam. Betty the Kruger. Yes, we know this brand. Who doesn't know make Whoop? Who doesn't know make Whoop? So you know these girls. You don't know, but I'm talking about these girls there. You know it? Oops, sorry. I will offer you a cake after the presentation. We have a stress there between you and me. Maybe the cake will solve our problem. This is a brand that it says ready food. Like you have a pasta, you put in the microwave, whoops, in 2 seconds it's ready. Or you have a flour, and with the flour, they give you the recipe how you will make easy cakes. They have pudding, and this is a fictional character, Betty Kruger. She doesn't exist. It's an American brand. And let's see, in time, they change her very little, but her age doesn't change much. Do you recognize? And her dressing style doesn't change much. Is she a rock singer? She looks like a housewife, right? So there is a reason why they picked this age. There is a reason why. Sorry? Yes. There is a reason why they picked this age. Not very young, not very old, just experienced. Probably she is a mother. So probably she cooks at home. If she is too young, she will be interested in going to university, in making parties. She won't be very experienced in the kitchen. But at this age, she seems to be experienced. And if she gets old, maybe her recipes will be old ones. So she is just good for us for this time period, and we can trust her, we can respect her because she is the hairstyle. Always very tidy, clean, she is healthy. Sorry? She's a single woman.
I'm getting time of life.
Okay. Yes. No, she has a story. You can check her life. She's married. She has 3 children. 1 is a girl, 2 are the boys, and she's very, very talented in kitchen, and she makes her own recipes. And she gives recipes to us. But later in America, there have been a big discussion about and big criticism about Betty the Kruger because she stereotypes white, middle-aged women. So what about the Asian woman? What about the black woman? Why you pick up this woman? Aren't we your target market? So these can be some problems when you take as a person your personality symbol. You need to consider your culture, who are your target market. And can your personality symbol be attached, can talk to every people, every audience of you. Yes, audience that you have. Thank you, hocam. Go on. Do we know Kentucky Fried Chicken? Who likes it? Brulp? Brulp, I like it. Do you think it's healthy?
No,
No.
but it's tasty.
They started to say that they change their oil, they have different salad menus, they are more healthy, they say. So I believe. Okay. KFC, who is this guy? It's a personality symbol for KFC, but do you know this guy? Who is he?
The original guy who came up with the recipe.
Yes, he
Celebrity.
is the owner of KFC, right? The owner became the personality symbol of the brand, and in time he started to dancing like us. Okay, go on, Adem. Mr. Peanut. Do you know this brand? They use the personality symbol. This is in 1923, and it's still they're using this one. Mr. Peanut, have a look at him. What kind of a peanut is this? Educated. I think he is rich, yes. He is a little bit aristocrat, I suppose. Have a look at the glass, the hat, the shoes, the stick he's having. Bourgeois, aristocrat, rich, right? So this peanut says that I am not an ordinary peanut. I am different. That's why I have this different package design. Very thick paper, plastic. And this is the reason why I am very expensive, because I am different. And this is a very good personality symbol for Mr. Peanut. The way they dress up the peanut directly matches with their idea that they are aristocrat, that they are wealthy. Go on, Adem. Have a look at the Michelin band, how in time they change it. This is started in 1898 and is still in use. Yes. Yes, like a mommy, isn't it? Yes, it changed a lot actually in time. Sometimes he used the tire with him. Sometimes he has that belt says Michelin. And now, I think now he looks more healthier, friendlier, more smiling face to us. But you can, he lose a little bit weight, yes. Yes, go on, Adem. And let's now, we had a look at first, we have seen that for many different target audiences, you can use personality symbol. For many different kind of products, yes, you can use personality symbol. And now we had a look at in time how they changed it slightly. Now I will introduce you, we will introduce you the types of personality symbol and then concentrate on LİMA and LİMA. But before doing that, we have a question. Let's hear our question.
Whatever you presented here is, I think, is related to brand personality, which is almost is coming from the brand value.
Sorry, the brand?
Value.
Brand value, yes,
And
yes.
it's coming through the strategy. It's not designer job to change the color, to decide something. Everything has to come through the strategy, which is the hidden from behind the brand.
Exactly. It's the job of the department actually. It's not the job of the graphicer. It's not the job of the designer. Actually, the slogan, the logo, the personality symbol, all comes through a particular strategy of the brand.
And the color cannot, the designer cannot decide that. So, okay, I want to be love, so I have to be red. So everything has to come from the core value. This is my things, but my question is, you show me, for example, 10 example, but most of them in kind of the gender was men. Why is that?
Yes, because most of the cultures that we brought here, the brands, they are more gendered brands, probably, right? And
in a patriarchal society.
yeah, and also advertising is a very patriarchal thing. Very recently started to talk about the gender issues. And I don't know if you watch the commercials, there is that shampoo brand. They use the women with who does not dye their hair, who shave their hair and say that it's my freedom. doesn't matter. You do not, I don't give you that chance to criticize me by looking at, this year, it won a prize by looking at my hair design, and, huh? No. So it's recently when the feminism is not just a theory and it started to be used in the marketing, we see some brands telling that women's body, women's hairstyle shouldn't be categorized, shouldn't be idolized. Stereotype, yani idealleştirme hocam. Idealize. I can be fat, I can be short, I can have a short hair, blah, blah. Give my body freedom. My body belongs to me. Because a lot of arguments became popular in feminism, a lot of also advertising companies started to use in their communication strategies. At the very beginning, I mentioned about what is advertising, what is a communication process for the business. It's a greedy thing. If feminism becomes popular, yes, they start using feminist ideas, but it is a business, right? The profit is very important. But yes, creativity, arts, fashion, movies, artists, you need to know all of this. And whatever becomes very popular and what is the rising value, the advertising people sees that, follows, and takes some parts from that items which is becoming popular in the culture and attached to their messages. It's a very good comment. Yes, there are a lot of, in communication department, people studying that advertising is a masculine area. Yes, because business, unfortunately, it's a masculine area, right? It can change. Like me, when I was studying, I said that there are some companies that I will never ever work for as a professional. I am a professional, right? Whoever gives the best salary, who takes my advices, who gives values to my advices, I can go for it. But I said no to myself when I graduated. For an alcohol company, for a smoking company, and for many other companies, sectors, I tell you later, because it's online going. There are some special sectors that I will never ever work for them. Right? This is your decisions actually. It's important. You as the newcomers, how you will give your decisions, how you will create your messages, and with which companies you will work with. Very good questions. Thank you. Go on, Adam. So the types, if you like to design a person-to symbol, there are some types. One of them is a human. And we talk about all of these are human. It can be a puppet, it can be an unreal person, it can be a real living person, it can be the owner of the company. When it is a human, you can make it a puppet. You can make a puppet, you can make a real person, you can visualize as a fiction like Betty Kruger. She doesn't exist, but she lives. And you know, she has a voice. She can attend to the radio programs. And Betty Kruger, you hear she's speaking and giving you the recipes. And she waves hands. She becomes like a human. Some people believe that she lives. And for the company, it's very good. Why? Because they will not have problems like what they have with the Marlboro Man. Because she is fiction. She will not fall in love. She will not get older. She will not get fatter. She will not divorce. She will not go to court against you, right? It's a nice way of having a person-to symbol. And one advantage of using a person-to symbol is that it's easier to identify with. That's one of the advantages. And we have a real person, owner, fictional characters, real person has a costume, and real person, which we have underlined what can be the problem. So maybe you can use like a silhouette, which they use for the cowboy man. With a big hat, the shadow falls on the face, you just see the mouth and the one part of the nose, and you recognize very healthy cowboy man. That can be another way of using a human personality symbol. Go on, Adem. Another type of using a personality symbol is animals. So one, we can use human. Two, we can use animals. This is Energizer. Do we know this battery? Energizer. Have a look at what is this? Huh? Flip-flops. Yeah, what he's wearing. Huh? So I think it's summer and he's going to a party. Huh? He's very cool. And look at the glasses. Huh? And pink color. And Duracell use teddy bear, but they use teddy bear just in Turkey and also some other countries in Africa. In the different countries, they also use a bunny, rabbit. They didn't explain why in some countries they use a different personality symbol, but they say that we have a very big problem because it's the Duracell company who first introduced the bunny, the rabbit, as their personality symbol. But what was the problem? You know, it became very popular and they didn't register it. They didn't take the copyrights. So the other competitor company, which noticed this, which is the Energizer, they took it and they said that ours is different because we have flip-flops. And they won the court because there was no registration. So Duracell again went to court and also registered, say that I will use also bunny, but in a different way. They use the, again, bunny. And also in some countries, they use the teddy bear. So it's important when you create a personality symbol, from the beginning, do not make it until the test periods. From the beginning, register it. Because on the way, while you're testing, it will be nice or not, it will be understood or not, some other companies can steal it from you. Go on, Adem. So these are the animals. The Duracell. Another way how you can use the personality symbol. On the package, you can use it. Go on, Adem. Animals, Stalin, and we mentioned the Kellogg's Solid Tiger. Go on, Adem. These are the personality symbols which prefer to use animals. Go on, Adem. And another type. So we mentioned about human, animal, and another type is the illusionary. This one is very creative because you made it up, right? And very good example of an illusionary personality symbol is, ta-da! Selocan or Celsi. First name is the Celsi. Why they use yellow color? Again, we are jumping to the color. Energetic, exactly. Yellow color is related with energy. And also it is attention taking, right? And also energy. And do you know the brand Turkcell? It's a communication company, internet, right? But for the telephones. So it is related with technology, energy. It's a good choice to choose yellow color, especially particularly this type of yellow color. What do you see for the costume? What he dresses, how he dresses up? Black, white. Huh? I cannot hear you.
Seems like something
Sexual.
sexual. Have the costume with like this and with one tail.
Very, very interesting interpretation. Black and white, and this type of, it's like maybe school uniform or maybe a waiter, waitress, hostess, yes. Actually, they choose this to show that we are ready to serve for you, right? Like, yes, who does the service in the restaurant? The waiter, ready to serve you. And have a look at these tails. I will call them the antennas, right? These are the antennas. They took it from one animal. Can you guess which animal? Exactly. It's from a snail, but we have to say blurp, ends up on a snail. Okay, nice. And what's the characteristics of a snail? It's very, very sensitive, very good receiver. So,
But very slow.
Very slow. That's why the bottom part is not an snail. I will show you this. This tail, I don't know if you recognize. Which animal has this tail? Rabbit, exactly, rabbit. Rabbit is it fast? Yes. So, fast, like a rabbit. Good receiver, like a snail.
They have to make it smile.
Attention,
They are not working fast.
You know, in the past,
attention taking yellow.
Receiving, but they are not giving.
And ready to serve. Sorry?
Depend on the money, fast or slow.
When they have the money.
Depending on the money,
Huh?
they change.
Yes, of course, I am not here to tell you how the company Turkcell works, right? Or I am not telling you how they use this percentage symbol. Here, why I am here is to give you some brief information, historical information of the percentage symbols, and to remind you it's the one strategy how you can be creative. In the list of to be creative, there are association techniques. There is shocking technique, and one technique is related with creating percentage symbol. And I am showing you from the world, in US, in America, in Turkey, which brands have preferred to use percentage symbol, and in time how they change it. And this is the idea while they're creating, how they make it, how they planned it, right? And you can come up with the ideas that it doesn't work very much. It doesn't match with the brand's promises, right? Maybe, yes, I don't know. But I think when you read and try to get information with them, we did many focus groups with them, and they said this is the information they give. Also on their webpage you can find it, how they designed this percentage symbol. And I think for the department part, they did a good job. Right? What is the problem that they are having? They are using Celojan Celsius too much in every text, so you do not differentiate each commercial from the other. What you see is always this. You don't read the message. Now they have started to little bit decrease using Celojans and put more text or more images related with the message. Advertising or the communication is not something that once you do the strategy, then you say, catch it, Adem, I done it, finished, and I go to my house and sleep. No, it's a dynamic living thing. Every second it changes, and you might need to change what you have designed according to the feedbacks you get from the audiences. That's why it's a never-ending story. That's why we have to dance, because it's very stressful. Okay, go on, Adem. Another one, Vada. Do we know it? This is an illusionary one. What is an illusionary one means? It doesn't exist. It's not a human. It's not an animal. Alien. I made it up. Yes, it doesn't exist. It's an alien. Prefer to use illusionary. Alien usually goes to a monster, something like from different world it comes. This doesn't exist. Illusionary, you made it up. But when you make it up, there must be a strategy behind it. Do not forget, this will be a symbol that when people look at it, they will see the inherited value of the brand. They will see the promises of the brand, or what the brand wants the audience to feel. You will see in this symbol. It's flexible, joyful, happy, friendly, strong, appetizer. Yes, Hocam.
Yeah, it was 20 years ago they have existed this illusionary symbol, and the first word that my daughter learned was Vada.
Vada, yes.
She was saying Vada.
Attention taking, yes, okay. I like Vada too. I like all percentage symbols, by the way. Go on, Adem. Intertextual, okay. I show you here that this is from my collection. You know Arçelik? It's a Turkish brand. They use this percentage symbol like more than 5 years. Then they added a girlfriend, which is Naz, and they have a story. They get married, and something happened Later, they stopped using our çelik. But what about the çelik? Go on, Adem. This is, I will later show a picture and I will tell you, do you recognize this person in the picture? When I tell you, do you recognize this person in the picture? It's Adem in that picture. Please recognize him. If you don't recognize him, he get upset, okay? What is it? So we have human, we have animals, we have illusionary, and another type of a person to symbol is that we have iconic ones. What it means an iconic person to symbol? Here we see the product. What's the product? It's the peanut. We see the peanut. Here, Heinz tomato, we see the product. It's a tomato. What is Michelin Man? It's tires. Do you know that all of these lines are the tires? He made up by the tires. So in an iconic person to symbol, you get the raw material of the product and you add eyes, nose, mouth, hair, ears, legs, arms, maybe all of them or maybe some of them, and you convert it into a human. You, in a way, turn your product into a human. This is called the iconic person to symbol. Go on, Adem. Michelin Man, yes. Go on. M&M. I will show you this. Very creative strategy, I suppose. Do you know M&M chocolates? Some, the yellow page, they have nuts in it. I prefer that one with the nuts. Salt and sweet together. I love that taste. This is M&M character. It's a iconic person to symbol. And he's waving his hand. When you do this, here comes one M&M out. Put! And then you eat it. So the person to symbol also became a toy, and person to symbol also became a package. In this case, yes, also a promotion. In this case, package is the product. The adaptability of the person to symbol is incredible. You can adapt it to many, many, many different fields, areas in communication, in your advertising. It becomes a sales promotion. It becomes a package. It's not just something that you show on your TV commercials, on your internet commercials, on your banners, on the billboards. It's living thing. It talks, you touch it, you get it, you hold it in your kitchen. Go on, Adem. Up. You see this guy? He went to London, Leicester Square. There is big M&M shop, 3 floors. He bought, I don't know how many packets he bought M&M chocolates. And you know, he brought none to us. So you can hug a person to symbol. You can take a photograph with the person to symbol. You are building a good feeling with the person to symbol through, you are building a very good relation with the brand through the person to symbol. Go on, Adem. This is the ways how we can use person to symbol. They can be sales promotion. You can see them in the street. They can be balloons. Go on, Adem. Okay, now I will introduce you Lim and Lima. So, yes, I will press the enter, Adem. Nere? Okay. Now I will, Lim and Lima will come next to you. Go on, Adem. Show Lim and Lima. Ceylan and Adem will show you Lim and Lima. It's free to take photographs. It's free to take from the cheek. It's free to touch, free to talk to them. I see something going on there.
isteyin yeter. Limasol Bankası hepsini çözer. Burası sizin bankanız. Her şey sizin için isteyin yeter. Her şey sizin için isteyin
Kapatabilir, geçebiliriz.
Limasol Bankası hepsini çözer. Burası
Now I will explain you
her şey sizin
how lim and lima started to be used and how we started to design them. Go on, Adem. So the name of the bank is Limasol. And their name, the personalissimus, by the way, Lim and Lima, they have just born. It's a very new strategy. It's just started. So later they will talk, later they will move better, they will have actions, and they will have a life story. It's just we are at the beginning of introducing a participle. You want to say both?
Second question. Why they named Lim and Lima are not Lima and Sol?
Why you want them to be sold?
So it's like sold from some language.
Son. In Turkish, sol is means left, and it has a political meaning. Leftist, right? Yes. Any other questions?
Can you explain about the logo? What's the concept behind the logo?
This one.
Yeah, logo. No,
The-
that one. The left hand side.
This one.
That left hand side.
This one. This one. The logo actually is whole. We do not just use this one. This is a.
What's the shape represented?
It's the letters of Limasol Türk Kooperatif Bankası. LTKB. Do you see the letters there? It's better if you don't see it because it's a design. It shouldn't be so, openly easy to recognize it. But L and T, KB, when I tell you, do you read them? Still no?
I can't read it.
Uh.
Just kidding. No, but okay, I tell you later.
Okay. I talk to you later. I'll talk to you later. Okay. This was first introduced in 1939.
Okay.
Yes.
Brand evolution. Do you believe into that?
Sorry?
Brand evolution.
Brand evolution. I believe in evolution.
Okay.
Doesn't need to be brands. Their name comes from Limasol. Lim and Lima.
May I add something?
Yes.
In Turkish language, we have Emine, and this kind of Aliye, and it is similar here.
Oh, they make it.
Yes, if you are man, it is something different.
It's
But
both.
when
These
it
are the
becomes
guys.
something, it's become
Like
human. Yeah, Victoria. It's similar like that. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
In
And
order to make it more
yes.
understandable, like
And
that.
it comes from the company's bank's name, their name, Lim and Lima, right? So you can see that, Lim and Lima. Go on, Adem. Let me tell you about the bank, the history, so that we can understand the first drafts of the personality of Lim and Lima. Limasol Bank first is established in 1939, and in Cyprus, that was the British colony time. So means that the Turks and the Greeks, when they go to school, they say, "My great queen." This is the anthem they were saying. There was no Turkish or the Greek flag. It was a British flag everywhere. And the money they use is the pound. There was no euro then. It's the pound they was using, right? And everything was written in English, Greek, and Turkish. In that time period, the British government, they gave very important to corporations. And they say that in each city, there will be just one corporate. I will not have two, one for the Greeks, one for the Turkish, one for the English one. in each city there will be just one cooperative. And this is where Limasol is. Now it's in the south part. I don't know if you can travel to the south part of the island if you have seen Limasol.
North to south is impossible, but if we go to Greece first, then we can go to south.
Yes. Yep, you go this way, travel, and then you're in the... Yes. It's here, Limasol. And the Turkish people, when in 1939 was living there, they said that before the Greeks establish the cooperative, we will go and we will be the first one in Limasol to build it. And they did so. That's why in the brand name there is Limasol Türk Kooperatif Bankası. The Limasol is the place when it's first established, and Turkish, the emphasis for the Turkish comes from there because it's not British, it's not Greek. They need to put their name there. And they built this cooperative bank under the rules of the English government because Cyprus is a colony of England. Go on, Adem. Later, the British leave the island, and Turks and Greeks in the island, they established a new state, which is the Republic of Cyprus. And the flag change is not just a flag change. All the rules, regulations, laws about finance, about cooperatives change. And Limasol Bank adapted and adjusted themselves to the new government, to the new legacies. They still exist there with the same name. And later, actually, when you study the Limasol Bank's history, you are witnessing the recent history of Cyprus. Then what happened after the Republic of Cyprus? Go on, Adem. Do you know the story of Cyprus? Turkish Greeks and Turkish Greek Cypriots and the Turkish Cypriots had a conflict, and there was a war. And in the war, Limasol Bank was open here in Limasol still. And after the war, the island divided into two, and there is a border. There's a buffer zone. Sad. It's sad. Some say there was argument, conflict, war. Hocam, you can choose the better word for this to define what it is. It's a political study, maybe, how I will define it. But here, the Turks living here, and my family is one of them, in Limasol, they were under the attack of the Greeks. And Turkey, under the name to save Turkish Cypriots, they came from here, from Turkey to this side. So the people around this area, the Turkish Cypriots, feel more safe. But Limasol is far. And all these areas were the Greek Cypriots. My family crossed the border, came to Girne in like 5 or 6 days by a car. And in car, there was 12 people. 12 people in an ordinary car. Maximum 5 people in a car. They were 12 people in a car, and the way they traveled, it take more than 5 or 6 days because they didn't use the road. They were driving from the mountains, from the forest. So under this position, Limasol Bank had 2 workers. Here, these guys here, they didn't take their family's photographs. They didn't take their goals. You know what they took with them? Put here, put the packets. All the equipments, files, evrak, hocam? What is it? The documents of the bank and the money, and cross the border. And when they crossed the border, they said, hey, people from Limasol, where are you? I have your money. I have the documents. And they say that if we are going to live here in this part of the island, let's open our bank again. Here, this time it's in Girne, but they still call it Limasol, and they still call it Turk, because we come from here. We were born during the colony time, British colony time. And these two guys, I think they are the heroes of the bank. And they are heroes for the bank's customers. Because imagine that there is a war, there is migration, families are separated. There are no mobiles, you cannot talk to your family, you don't know where they are. My father was a slave, war slave, like more than 3 months. And my mom couldn't contact him, didn't know if he's alive or not. Similar things happen with the Greek citizens. But these guys took all the documents, the money, and find the people who comes from Limasol and say to my mom, you have this salary. It's extraordinary thing to do a person who left the home and who's homeless now and doesn't know if the family members are alive or not, and give you that trust that your money is with me, your documents is with me. Go on, Adem. Today, the Limasol Bank has 14 branches, and these are the photographs of the some Limasol Bank branches in different cities. Go on, Adem. This is the road in Limasol, and at the corner you see the Limasol Bank. This was the first branch in Limasol. Go on, Adem. And this is at night. At night, it's taking the main head building of the Limasol Bank, which is in Lefkoşa, and in different cities, Güzelyurt, Girne, Lefkoşa, İskele, Mausa, we have 14 different branches, because first they said that when they started to establish the bank in the north part of the Cyprus, because all their customers had to migrate to the north part from the south part, we are going to establish our branch, open our branch in Girne. Then they say no, but the Limasol people are not just living in Girne. They moved to Güzelyurt. They are in Lefkoşa. Then they said they are in Famagusta. So we are going to have a branch, and we are not going to just work for Limasol people, Limasol citizens from now on. We are going to be the bank for all citizens. And again, the rules and regulation change, because New Republic here established, Northern Cyprus of Turkish Republic. And again, the bank had to change all the paperworks, the way he works, and adjust himself to the new government. Go on, Adem. So that's why when the top managers and the board of the members said that let's create a personality symbol, but you need to remember that we are a hero. So the designer said that, took just that word and said that, we are a hero, can be a Superman. Right? There's a girl and there's a boy. And here, instead of saying Superman, the logos of the bank. Again, there was a meeting, and in that meeting, most of the attenders in the meeting, they didn't like this idea. Directly take it from a cinema character, which is more like coming from US Hollywood movies. It's not us. It's not Cypriot. Okay, it's a super character, but it's not us. And when they first created Lima and Lima, you know what's the reason? The Human Resource Department wanted to use it. Because whenever they sent letter to the workers, to the employees, they received some strong feedbacks. And they say that this can damage our relationship. When I receive a strong feedback from the worker, I get depressed. So let's create someone, and that someone talks with the workers. That's why the Human Resource Department started to build up this personality symbol, but later the Communication Department also started to use it, because in-house it worked very well. They enjoyed it, they liked it very well. Go on, Adem. Okay, then who are they? Lima and Lima, they're from Matrix. Again, the same thing actually. It's not us. It's not local. Right? It's a super character, okay? It's from feature, but they're too much like Matrix and too much like America and too much like Hollywood. Go on, Adem. And at that period, it was before pandemic, let's say it was 3 years ago, when the human resource department started to use this LİMA and LİMA in their communications. The bank also was saying that we are very rooted, we are very experienced, but these characteristics of the bank sometimes is misused. People think that we are old. To be old and to be experienced are two different things. To be rooted and to be old is two different things, actually. We are not old. So the bank make a great effort to use internet banking, to use mobile banking, to use more effectively the social medias. That's why there was a big change using technology in the bank. They say that let's use robots. But again, it's not us, is it? The robots. Because if you go to Limasol Bank, you will see people working there for 40 years. Okay, we catch up the technology, but also the face-to-face communication, recognition, you know that person, he's going to or she's going to be there for many years. It's a different thing, different value, different feeling. And that's the value, advantage of the bank. We shouldn't, we should take care, we should concentrate on that advantage. Go on, Adem. Then later they said, okay, we dress them like the clerks, the officer of the bank, right? And they talk to the workers and they have a big eyes. Why they have big eyes, open eyes? They are not like me. My eyes is like lines. Yes, to take attention to the eyes. And when you talk to someone with eye contact, means that you are not saying lie. That's the effect gives to you. I am able to look into your eyes. I have that, confidence. And what I am saying is truth. It builds the trust. If your hair, like me, comes in front of your hair and you cannot see my eyes, probably you, he's shaking his hair, probably you will, when you lose the eye contact, also the communication process gets weaker. It's important if you want to make someone believe in you, your voice tone, and you directly look at the eyes. Sometimes, do you say this to your friends or your family? Look into my face, I want to see your eyes. There's one expression in Turkish, eyes do not lie. I don't know if you have it in your own languages. Gözler yalan söylemez. The mouth can lie, but the eyes cannot lie. So make the eyes wide open, so it's a trustful person. Go on, Adem. Okay, so finally, we found that they're going to be like the officers, like the bank clerks. And now came the time to introduce LİMA and LİMA to the target market, to the audiences. And this was the first teaser we use in social media. Ooh, something is coming. It looks like from the silhouette, you understand that from the colors and from the shapes, one is a male, the other one is a woman, actually, female. And yes, they are human, but I don't see their faces. This was a teaser. Go on, Adem. And these are some commercials that we started to use LİMA and LİMA, and we started to have this hashtag LİM ve LİMA. Ve means and in Turkish. So they have smiling face, they are clean, open eyes, and the way they dress up like they are the workers of the bank. Go on, Adem. You see it, they have different movements, and we use them like in Limasol car. You just see their faces there. Sometimes they're standing up. We started to use them in different shapes. Go on, Adem. And sometimes we use them very small. They don't need to be the main character all the time. Sometimes they're small. This is the whole message. Sometimes we use them at the bottom, very small. Go on, Adem. And this was the Women's Day. All through March, all through that month, we make some organizations for the women. attaching to women, and at that period, we just use lima. There was no lim. Go on, Adem. And I want to show you some different face expressions and hand expressions that we have. They are not very happy there. They are smiling. They have a big smile there. They are showing something. These are the all tests, actually. It's still testing. If we see that, like in-house, that the human resource department got very successful feedbacks, if we got those successful feedbacks, later Lim and Lima will talk. They will have a voice and they will start moving. And they will have a life story, of course. We need to think, who are they, where they live. We have one text in our mind, but according to the feedback we get, we will rework on it. Go on, Adem. Yes. So one thing that we can underline about the personality symbol is that it is durable, easy to memorize, easy to adapt. It can be the package. It can be a guest for the radio show. It can be on the poster. It can be on the TV commercial, and it takes attention. Go on, Adem. In personality symbol building, music, jingle, dressing style are very important. The age, if you're using a human, the colors, the dressing, the glasses, the hats, because they all will tell something about your brand. Go on, Adem. If you like to read more about personality symbol, there is one article, a research done by me that you can follow it and you can find it online. Go on, Adem. Okay. Daha önceye gelelim lütfen. So these are the things that we can share with you up to now. We are open to your ideas, your recommendations, and any questions about personality symbols, like which personality symbol you like, which one you didn't like, anything you like to say about Lim and Lima, anything you like to say about Limasol Bank. Yes?
Lim looks like a serial killer.
Serial killer.
Honestly, his look is creeping me out. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Because her eyes is big eye.
One type of eyes are used for the girl, and one type is used for the boy. This creates this sort of divide in styles, which is not something that a company should use. A company that's trying to create an image, they're unrecognizable. Like you wouldn't necessarily associate them both with each other because one is made in one style and the other one is made in the other. And I mean, the girl looks fine, but the boy is creeping me out.
Mm-hmm. I think here the culture is very important because all of the human resource department and what we have done the researches here, nobody describe him in the way that you described. Nobody felt in the way you felt. I'm sure that the culture matters a lot. It's a good comment. Need to be take attention. Yes.
I think what she means is the type of illustration. It's a bit different. I mean, there are some details on the girl's face, but the same details are not applied to the male one. And for example, the eye type, I think, needs to be a little bit more looking like to the girl, maybe a bit smaller, but they have different type of eye.
Yes.
And the nose is somehow vanished, and there is no teeth and lips in the male version. Maybe I think that's what you mean. Yeah.
And I think in addition to this, in body language, when the eyes are too small, we said it snaky eyes. It means threatening.
Threatening, yes.
Yeah.
When the eyes are small.
I think Ilada said this way.
It looks like it's not complete yet, the male.
Yes, it's not completed. That's true. Yes.
Actually, I want to ask a question about the design of their faces. Like when we try to look to those eyes here, they're different, and actually noses are different as well. And when I look to them together, it feels like the characters made by different persons.
Made by different persons.
Yeah, like design are not the same, and for example, the girl from another movie and the guy from the different.
They're different styles.
Yes, yes,
And the eyes, the girl, when you're happy, your eyes become.
yes.
When you're scared, your eyes become small. That man is scary from something.
It's a big one, but you see the line here. Okay, I got you.
His eyebrows are way too up. You wouldn't necessarily smile at a person like this.
But this is just one smile of him, right? If he leaves, he will have different expressions.
Can you look back at the slides where there are different poses and different facial expressions?
Yes.
Yes.
And he needs to give on the post.
Let's see how different they are.
friendly for
You mean
consumers.
this one?
Yes.
He needs to be friendly.
Has the exact same eye.
Yes.
I understand that the male and female one try to the designers try to make them different because one has female features and the other has more masculine features. But somehow they look similar, but somehow you all said the styles are different. Like somebody else designed them and tried to make them similar to each other. I think maybe bigger pupils for the male figure could be used as well. Or I don't know. I understand your point very much. I just don't understand.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes. Sorry. I'm so. Are there cases? I don't hear you. I come closer.
Are there cases where the personality symbol can replace the logo visually?
If the personality symbol can be the logo instead of use.
Replace logo.
No.
Is that mascot? Is it brand personality?
This one.
Is it not mascot?
Is it a mascot or is it?
Is it brand personality?
I don't talk about the mascots. I don't know the definition of it, but I explain you the icons or the personality symbol. And this is being using for the human resource department for the in communication. And because the communication process went so effective, the feedbacks became very effective, started to have the idea, can it be used for the audiences as well? And it's just newborn. Externally, audiences, yes.
So that is represented as a mascot.
Yes, it's a personality symbol. Yes.
Personality symbols can be used as mascots.
Is there any particular reason you choose that color for the hair?
Hair, black, brown.
Yeah, brown.
Not really. Which color you prefer?
No, the guy will have look better if he had blonde hair.
Blonde.
With that type of eyes.
Because in Cyprus we have more like dark colors, and like the workers usually have dark colors, and they are the personal actually representing the workers of the bank. Thank you for attending. Huh?
Your girls are better than you.
Thank you for attending. Yes. Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes.
There's a lot of conversation going on and a lot of question marks that are happening between NIM and LİMA. The idea of NIM and LİMA was, like Ipekanem said, input for the bank to be able to use it. The reason the characters look quite too different.
Why not going there?
I don't like the camera. The reason the characters look different is to get two split personalities from each character. That was the case that they wanted to do. One very happy, very helpful, everything, but when you do something wrong, one would be able to put you in its place without having that question mark. That's why this was designed this way.
Any bank around the world has this kind of cases?
Not really. I think we're the first.
Yes, Vada.
No, bank.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vada is a bank. Yes, banks are using.
Can you show it the character for them?
Vada. Go back to Vada.
That's why it was done this way.
Also bonus, right? For the guarantee bank. Yeah. Vada.
said using
See, I work in the bank. I'm technical department.
And
of the bank.
guys,
I know more about this than
Thank-
Cannon would be able
yeah.
to explain.
thank you. It's very important to hear what the designers, what the students are hearing, thinking about it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting your effort. What we try to do here today is to give you general idea from different brands what is a personality symbol is. Maybe it takes your attention and you start researching about it. It's one way of being creative. And we came here to tell you that there is a bank and who has been succeeded in timeline of the difficult Cyprus history. And now trying to do something new. It's just the beginning. And with our open heart, we came here, we stopped our work there in Lefkoşa, and we like to be with the young students here, and to show you that this is our idea. We just started to use it. What are your ideas? And I think there come very extremely nice comments. We will take those notes, because it's not in Cyprus, it's not just the Turkish Cypriots our customers. People coming from different countries, from different cultures, we have to add them to our focus groups, yes. But also, when you make criticisms, words are important, I think, to choose the words. And we are guests here. And I'm not your instructor. And thank you very much. Thank you, Hüseyin. And yes, for the questions about the if there are other banks using, yes. Garanti Bank is using, İşbank is using, VADA. There are banks who are, the big is the personality symbol, right? Bonus. Yes, different banks are using. Some banks are not using. Different food brands are using. Some are not. Some technology brands are using. Some are not. Thank you, guys. See you later. Bye-bye. Enjoy your day.
Do you remember how you discovered the world around you? Can you hear the beat of life? Can you hear it by seeing it and feeling with all your senses? Hey, can you still hear it? There's something in you, driving you, calling you. Calling you in closer and closer. It's happening right now. Time to free your curiosity that's always in you. Now it's time to act. This is an act of discovery. It requires looking into the world in new ways. Much to answer for, but we're not offering you the answers. We are here to encourage your questions, but more important than the question is how you answer it. Try the ordinary, then try the unusual. To live is learn, and to learn is to live. Live, learn. It's an endless process. This is your path. This is your journey. You decide how it's going to be. Just enjoy every moment of it. We believe in design, keeping it simple but also significant. We believe in art for looking at the world with a unique perspective. We believe in creativity for communicating better with the world. Creativity takes courage. The future belongs to the curious. Come and experience it with us in Arukad and discover your creative potential.